Hi lovely people, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. In today's video we'll be doing something different. I'll be sharing with us how to draft a shirt dress pattern, a maxi shirt dress pattern. I'll also be sharing with us how to draft the collar pattern for this our shirt dress. So if you'd like to learn something like this, keep on watching till the end, and please give this video a thumbs up so that more people can get to see it. Drop your questions, your thoughts and your suggestions in the comment section, and please hit that subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, and let us get straight into this tutorial. I'll first of all draft my pattern onto this brown pattern paper, and I will later transfer it to fabric. First things first, I'm going to take my straight ruler and I'll roll out a line at the top of this my pattern paper. This line will serve as my starting line as well as my shoulder line. Next, I'm going to go ahead and impute my vertical measurements, and right here I am marking out the full length of this dress first of all. So I'm working with a full length of 56 inches. So I'm going to mark 58 inches. 2 inches will be like hemming allowance. So I'm just coming to this other part of this pattern paper to mark that same 58 inches so that I'll have a straight line when I'm connecting. After rolling out this line, the next thing I'm going to do is create the button and buttonhole placket. So to do this, I'm going to come to the center front of this my pattern, and I'll start marking 1 inch from this center front like this. Okay, I'm just marking it all around so that I'll have a straight line when I am connecting. So after marking this all around, I am going to use my ruler to rule a straight line. So after drawing out our 1 inch line, we're going to repeat the same process, but now from this new line we'll go ahead and mark 1 inch all around again, and we'll use our ruler to connect these points. After ruling out this our second line, we are going to go ahead and do a third line. Okay, we'll start marking 1 inch from this our new line, and we'll connect this point using our straight ruler. So like I said earlier, these lines that we are ruling out is for our button and buttonhole plackets. I am going to be explaining this later on. So after rolling out these lines, we'll go ahead and impute our vertical measurement. Here I'm marking 12 inches, which is my bust point, and I am going to mark my half length, which is 17 inches. Next, I am going to mark the distance from my shoulder to my hips. Okay, my hip length measurement, which is 26. I made a mistake, it is 26. Okay, and next I am going to be marking the full length of this dress, which is actually 56 inches. Feel free to use your own body measurement. So what I'm going to do now is duplicate this entire measurement on the other side of this my pattern paper, so that I'll have a straight line when I am connecting. And after duplicating this on the other side of the paper, I'll use my ruler to connect these points and label my lines. Next, I'm going to impute my neckline. So going to this my starting line, which is also my shoulder line, I'm working with a neck depth of 3.5 inches and a neck width of 2.5 inches. However, you should bear in mind that I'm working with a neckline of 17 inches, and if you're working with a smaller neck, you can reduce this measurement or add more to this measurement if you're working with a bigger neckline. So the next thing I'm going to do is impute my shoulder measurement. Okay, I'm going to divide my shoulder measurement by 2 and add half an inch for seam allowance. Okay, And now from that point, I am going to come down by 1 inch to create my shoulder slope. So I'm going to be connecting this to my neckline. Next, I am going to impute my chest line, and you can do this by dividing your armhole measurement by 2 or your bust circumference by 6 plus 1.5 inches. So this is me just going ahead to mark my shoulder measurement there again, so that I'll have a straight line when I'm connecting, and I'll rule out this line and I'll label it my chest line. Now I am going to measure what I have on this line, and I'll divide it by 2 to get the midpoint, and I'm going to mark that down. Now from this my midpoint, I am going to go in by 1/2 inch, and I am going to connect this point to form my armhole. But before I do this, I am just going to impute my bust measurement divided by 4, and if you look closely, you will see that I am taking my measurement, all my horizontal measurements, from this last 1 inch line that we marked out in the beginning of this video, like the third line that we marked out. And right here I have created my armhole curve. So since we have already marked out our bust measurement, I'm going to be adding 2 inch for ease allowance, because this is a free shirt dress. And next I am adding 1 inch for seam allowance. Now coming to my waistline, I'm going to be marking my waist measurement divided by 4. I'll also add my 2 inch for ease allowance and my 1 inch seam allowance. And I'll repeat the same thing on the hips. I am going to mark 1/4 of my hip measurement, that is my hip divided by 4, and I'll also add 2 inches for ease allowance because this is a free dress, and also 1 inch for seam allowance. Now for the hem of this dress, I'm just going to measure out everything that I have on the hip line there, and I'll duplicate it. I'll mark the same thing on the length line and also on the allowance line. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do now is use my ruler to connect these points. Guys, please ignore this line that I cancelled out. It's a mistake. It's purely a mistake. It's not relevant. So guys, to erase any question that you may have, I'm just using my tape as a ruler to just mark out points to help me connect these points, since I don't have a very long ruler. So now the next thing I am going to do is actually use my scissors to cut my pattern out. Guys, I need you to pay close attention to this shoulder slant area. You will see that I added 1/2 inch on top, and this 1/2 inch that I added on top of our shoulder slant is for seam allowance. And you also see that I created a new neckline. What I did was I came down by 1 inch and I used a slight curve to connect this back to the neck width area, and this will serve as our neckline for the back. I'm sorry, my camera stopped filming while I was actually doing this part and I didn't realize it. So now what I'm doing is folding in this our allowance for our button and buttonhole placket, and after folding it in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my scissors and cut out this pattern. And now, as you can see, I started cutting it out from that back neckline. Okay, all this thing is going to make sense after I'm done cutting this pattern and I place it onto fabric. After cutting, guys, this is what I have. Okay, my back pattern is ready as it is right now. My back pattern is ready. All I need to do is place it onto fabric. And for my front pattern, all I need to do is open up this our zipper allowance. Why do I keep saying zipper allowance? Our buttonhole and button plackets, okay, allowance, and we'll have our front pattern. So what I'm going to do is just come to this place and just kind of cut out this our neckline, and we have our 2-in-1 pattern. Okay, so like I said, when I fold in this our button and buttonhole placket allowance, you see that we have our back pattern, and when I open it up, we'll have our front pattern. All we need to do is actually to cut out the neckline. All right, and right here I am just folding in this my allowance. I folded in the 1 inch ones and folded in again to form my button and buttonhole plackets. Don't worry, this will make sense when we cut this onto fabric and sew it. Next, we are going to create the pattern for our collar. I am working with a neckline of 17 inches. So if I divide that neckline into 2, I am going to have 8.5, and that is what I am marking right there. I am going to add extra 1 inch for our button and buttonhole placket to sit. It's just like what we did when we were drafting our shirt pattern. Now I am going to go up by 1/4 inch, 1.25 inches. You can use 1 inch if you want, but I want my collar stand to be 1.25 inches long. So I'm just marking this all across, and I will use my ruler to connect the straight line. After connecting my points, you can see that I have a rectangle situation going on here. Next, I'm going to go in by 1/2 inch, and I'll use that as a guide to create a curve because I want my standing collar to be curved. You can leave your square if you want. And right now our standing collar is ready, and we'll go ahead and draft the main collar. So from the edge of this my pattern paper, I am going to be marking 8.5 inches. Remember that we are working with a neckline of 17 inches. So divided by 2, that will give us the 8.5 that we just marked here. I'm just extending this line out. Now for the length of the collar itself, I'm going to be marking the same thing I have on my collar stand on the edge of this my paper like this, which is 1.25 inches, 1/4 inches. Now on this other part, I'm going to be marking 2 inches, and I will use my curved ruler to connect these points together. After connecting the points, the next thing I'm going to do is mark 0.75 inch away from that line. That is 3/4 inch away from that line, and I will use my ruler and slant it back to that 8.5 inch mark that we made earlier. I hope this is clear. If it is not very clear, please go ahead and watch this over and over again. So right here we have our main collar, and here we have our standing collar. This is just me indicating that this is a collar for a neck of 17 inches. This way I don't need to draft a collar pattern from scratch again if I am making a collar for a neck of 17 inches. And after cutting, this is what I have. I'm just going ahead to indicate that we are supposed to cut this on fold, and we are supposed to cut like one piece. Okay, so guys, at this juncture we are done with drafting our collar pattern and our shirt dress pattern, and I am going to be showing us how to sew this in my next video. So please stay tuned. If you found this video helpful in any way, go ahead and leave a like for me. Subscribe to this channel if you're not yet subscribed. Share this video with your friends. Drop your questions, your thoughts, your suggestions in the comment section, and turn on your post notification bell so that you'll be updated whenever I post new videos. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.